Hello everybody, good morning, how are you? I'm Fotini. I'm talking to you from Athens, Greece. I'm a self-knowledge consultant, esoteric astrologer. I'm carrying the energies of the High Priestess, and I am an activator of higher consciousness. Today I wanted to talk to you about the 4 poisons of the mental plane. Since yesterday, Uranus, after 84 years, entered Gemini again, and Gemini is the sign that is ruled by Mercury and rules the mental plane. As you might know, if you follow my channel or if you have listened to other videos, I'm channeling certain codes for activation of higher consciousness. And recently, I was guided to bring code 888. It's the culmination after 7 years of channeling codes and doing session and having my educational program, The Way of the Rose. And this code has to do with presenting a protocol about creation, how our consciousness can create reality through the various stargates. So, talking to one of my clients in New York, we discussed about how she was performing her work. And she started talking and describing some of the methods that are used, and that she didn't feel anymore that she wanted to use these methods. I use this example because while we were talking, her higher self came, because I am channeling while during my session I am connected with the higher self and with the energetic field of the other, because I'm a projector. And so her higher self came and said, why is she talking about herself like that when she knows that she's doing her work in a different way? So within this space, I want to talk about self-judgment, and then I will elaborate it about the 4 poison of the mental plane. Self-judgment is a very, very dense program of the matrix for manipulating life force. Part of the life force is mental activity. And because mental activity can, as of course, emotional activity can be manipulated when we are not aware, but mostly when we are not centered in our heart and we are feeling our thought through our hearts. When I do the activation of the throat chakra, there is a special connection that I doing and help the individual connect, is the inner channel of throat heart. So at that point, when there is absence in the heart space, and that means that there is no connection, we have an empty home, you are talking without feeling your talk. In that way, you are creating or you are talking without feeling, or you believe that it is happening like that. But the inner planes, which is actually the quantum field that everybody's talking about, is hearing your words. Your universe is hearing what you are saying about you. So, the frequency of your voice, if it is a self-judgmental voice, creates within, because the throat is connected with the sacral chakra, creates guilt, mostly guilt, and lack of trust in your intuition, because a person who's self-judging himself cannot trust himself. This is one of the major poison of the mental plane, which resides in the throat chakra, ruled by Venus. And Venus enter together with Uranus in Gemini. So watch your talk. The second poison is doubt. Doubt is the byproduct of fragmented parts within and not a stable body. Doubt is the gap between the true self and the false self. The false self is what Jung said, the persona. The persona was created through trauma and due to trauma. We created the persona because we had to, or we came here with that. That means that it is not who we truly are, because who we truly are is not traumatized. Trauma can only happen within physical incarnation. So when you are not stable with your body, you don't have inner authority, and you cannot create the safe space within so that you can feel safe to hear yourself. So you doubt. You doubt your opinion, you doubt why you are here, you doubt everything. Now, doubt creates a distance between you and the physical plane, and you are basically ungrounded, without base, and your root chakra isn't firmly rooted upon earth. The third poison is fear. And I'm talking about mental construction regarding fear. The instinctual fear of preserving the body has nothing to do with the fear that I'm talking, the mental fear. This mental fear only needs light, enlightenment. What it is that you are afraid of, and why, and who told you, who made you feel. There you will find, of course, your parents and your upbringing. The fourth poison is confusion. Now, confusion is the byproduct of all the previous three. Because if you are in fear, if you doubt yourself and you are self-judging yourself, you are in confusion. You don't have clarity. Your third eye is blocked. You cannot sense the energies. You cannot sense your way out. And you feel trapped and you don't feel sovereign and fear. You are feeling blocked. You have to heal and work with the other three so that you have clarity. One of the main codes that Archangel Michael gave to me back in 2019, the Sword of Truth, code 177, has to do with clarity. It helps you bring the balance back to your body and create a safe space for you to heal your mental plane. The sword is the symbol of the mental plane. And the Sword of Truth has to do with estimating and evaluating not the outside circumstances, but your circumstances. You have to be stable within. And this helps you to keep balance within so that you can clearly see what it is that you are doing to yourself and why you have created the reality that you have created, that you feel is blocking you or that it's unpleasant to you and all of that. So this is a process. And knowing these 4 poisons, it can help you first identify what is happening to you. It's like going to the doctor. What it is that you are, why is this happening? Identify what is happening within you. Find the way to bridge the gap and then apply the techniques so that you bring yourself back to clarity, equilibrium, stability, so that you can evaluate your field, your energy, and sense and connect your head and your heart so that you can move forward, combining your masculine energy, which is your mental thought, and your heart, which is your feminine and human heart, so that you are feeling whole, connected, stable to decide what it is that you want to do or proceed. I want to be very clear here. This is a personal, an individual process. It cannot be done outside of you without you engaging with that. You have to have certain techniques. It doesn't have to be mine, of course. I'm only here to present very clearly the poisons. And another thing that my guides are now telling me to emphasize is the arrogance. Many people, due to trauma, don't really want to hear, so that they are closed. They don't want to hear what the problem with them is. So they themselves are blocking, for various reasons, the realization of what is happening to them. But of course, as I said before, this is personal. It's not a judgment for them. It's an observation. Just an observation of a state of the mental plane. So, if you would like to have a session with me evaluating your current situation, I have a 15 minutes free of charge wisdom talk when we can see what is happening and suggest the tools that you can use. I have my book, A Course in Healing. You can email me to send it to you. It's in the format of ebook, so you can have it through an email. And within the book, there are 12 steps of self-knowledge healing. So identifying in which stage of the 12 you are, we can immediately, like the doctor diagnosis, we can see what is your current situation and how you can work with that. Because the first rule of the esoteric healing, according to the 7 rays and the Tibetan master Twalkul, healing is self-knowledge. Know thyself. Knowing thyself is actually your healing. The acknowledgement of where you are standing is what can bring healing. So, if you would like to have the book, you can email me. Thank you very, very much. If you like the video, you can subscribe to the channel, like the video, or share it. In any case, I'm mostly grateful for listening to it. Have a beautiful rest of Sunday. Bye.